I have now been driving hard on the road for more than 10 years across motorbikes, powerful cars, not so powerful cars. I've also done a lot of car reviews, legendary cars like RX-7s, and probably every enthusiast car you can think of. So I wanted to put together a video of what I would tell myself if I was just getting into enjoying cars and driving fast on the road, as I'm about to do today. I want to make it very clear, this video is about driving spiritedly, quite quickly and enjoyably on the road. If you're just commuting, this video doesn't make a lot of sense. But if you're the type of guy that will go out to the canyons, will go out to a country road and enjoy driving, this is the video for you. So we'll start with this. Modern cars suck. It's very obvious that there came a point in the manufacture of cars where cars became essentially fashion accessories. And manufacturers realized they could sell far more cars if they stopped focusing on how the cars drive and focused instead on making them look cool and desirable. But if you want to drive fast on the road, if you want to enjoy driving, the most important piece is feedback. And modern cars, in the name of being easy to drive, have removed almost all feedback from cars. Suspension doesn't communicate, steering doesn't communicate, the engines are very one-dimensional, manuals have gone away, the new cars do everything for you. So my advice to younger me, who's just getting into enjoying cars, would be buy something old. Or at the very least, buy something like this, which isn't that old, but has an old school feel. These are the types of cars where the more you put in, the more you get out. The next thing I would make myself understand is that power is a hindrance. Driving fast on the road is such a dance. You can only go as fast as is reasonable, right? So it doesn't really matter on the road how much power you have, because you can't go faster. It's not safe. And at the speed that I enjoy doing on the road, which is at or just above the speed limit, to be honest with you, you need very little power. I don't know who said this first, but there's a famous quote I really like. There's no slow cars, only slow drivers. I think that's very accurate. Unless you're a psychopath and you're just gonna risk your and everyone else's life, which is a section in this video that we'll talk about. I think once you start to get closer or below 100 horsepower, it gets a little unenjoyable. You're just full throttle all the time. The reason power is a hindrance is because you have to let go. You have to give up. You have to stop. When you're enjoying driving on the road, you always want to feel like you're really pushing. You want to come towards the corner, hit the rev match. I wasn't even going that quickly there, but I felt like I was going 1,000,000 miles an hour and driving really hard. I really wasn't. But when you don't have much power and you're forced to extract as much as you can and use all of it, it's way more enjoyable. Even for having fun and enjoying your car and getting a little bit silly, 150, 160 horsepower is more than you would ever need. I can prove it. The thing is, I get it. Me telling myself to not chase power when I was just getting into cars would have been utterly pointless. I think as you get older, you realize like all those moments you thought you were gonna have of absolutely decimating someone at the traffic lights or getting on that motorway on-ramp, either they're very few and far between, or they just are never really that satisfying. But driving a car like this hard, getting it to 10 tenths is. And in line with power, there's another thing that people really get wrong, I think, and that's grip. I think grip is the enemy. I think there are two times when you really want grip. If you're just driving to work, in all weathers, in all situations, you might like to have a lot of grip. for emergency situations, if something goes a bit wrong. You know, on my wife's car, I would like to put the best tyres possible. The second place you really want grip, although this one's more debatable, is on track. If you're driving as fast as the car can go, it's nice to have a lot of grip. But the bit in the middle, driving spiritedly on the road, you do not want grip. Because all grip does is make going a sensible pace boring. What you really want in an enjoyable road car, I'm not even kidding here, is as little grip as possible. Because if you want the car to dance with you and move around with you while you're driving it on the road, grip will stop that from happening. Grip is like power. Too much is a bad thing. The next thing I'd tell myself is that skill is everything. And skill is such a nebulous bullshit word, right? What does skill even mean? I think you can replace the word skill with the word experience. I think if you're going to enjoy driving fast on the road, it's important to put yourself in positions that might come up. Learning how to take your car through an emergency brake, right? If I come around this corner and there's a problem and I need to stop, I don't want that to be the first time I've done an emergency brake in the last year. I'm gonna have a bad day. Knowing what to do when your car gets out of shape. If you're gonna drive your car quite hard on the road, there's a good chance you're gonna break traction at some point, whether it be the front end understeering, rear end oversteering. If the car gets a little bit out of shape, you don't want that to be the first time the car's got out of shape, because you might not know what to do. You might think I was showing off when I put the car a little bit sideways earlier in the video. What I'm actually doing is practicing. You always have to do it in a safe environment. There can't be any cars around. There can't be people. We're not doing this stuff to show off. For me anyway, I don't know about other people, but I just genuinely enjoy driving cars like this. It's my therapy, it's my enjoyment. This is what I like doing. And the word skill is basically just getting good at it. I'll tell you guys a story. I have a friend, quite a young guy, massive petrol head. He got his first good job and he became an ambulance driver. With a little bit of money he saved up, he went out and bought a John Cooper Works Mini. His fastest car he's ever had, his best car he's ever had. The thing is, this young lad potentially didn't have the skill to cash what he was trying to do. And he was going out late in the evenings and really enjoying his car. And within 2 or 3 weeks, he had crashed the car. It's a story as old as time, but it really does happen. The phrase putting the car in a hedge. It's a very real thing. Young petrol heads, like many of you may be, you just don't have the skills yet. Or maybe the experience to understand what your car can and can't do. I know that I have to slow down significantly for this corner. I can't just hope the car's gonna yeet it round. I've driven this car at the limit enough to know where the limit is. When I'm driving like this and just enjoying my time, I'm not really pushing. It's very important to have that level of skill, that level of experience that dictates how fast you can go. And my final point is related to the previous one, and it's safety. This is the public road. There might be oil spills. There might be a cyclist around the next corner. There might be a fallen tree in the road. There will definitely be other road users who fucking suck at driving, as they all do. So you've got to leave yourself room for error. There's a reason I've been driving quite quickly on the road for 10 plus years, and I've never written a car off. I've never had a big crash. The only car crash I ever had was getting rear-ended at a red light. Early on in my career, I had some crashes on motorbikes, which taught me a lot of the lessons that I now preach on YouTube. I want you guys to understand, like, having a big crash, writing your car off, it's a life-changing experience. It's not nice. So avoid it. Don't let it be you. Focus on safety. When you see some good corners, enjoy your car, as you must. This little S-bend, you bet your bottom dollar I'm gonna rocket this car around here. But as we approach town, I'm gonna chill out a little bit. you have to know when and where this stuff is appropriate, because sometimes it just isn't. My name's Mick. I drive cars. Peace.